This week we will discuss a great overhead movement for building overhead strength, especially for the jerk. This movement is called walking lockouts, and my coach used to love to give it to me at least once a month. Here, the athlete's going to take the weight off the rack and walk it back with a behind the neck jerk. Athlete performs a behind the neck jerk to get the weight up overhead, recovers their feet. Here is where the coach then tells the athlete to either walk forwards, backwards, or stop at random. The athlete does not know when the coach will tell them to walk forwards, backwards, or stop. So here, for example, the coach tells the athlete to walk forwards for a little bit, and then will randomly tell him to stop. Then he might tell him to walk backwards for a bit, and then tell him to stop. Then possibly forwards again, backwards again, and then eventually the coach wants them to stop at a certain point and continue to hold the weight overhead for a certain period of time. What does this exercise do? Well, I'm going to tell you, it first allows the athlete to build overhead strength and stability with heavy weights. You should be able to do around 80 to 90% of your best jerk with this exercise. Now granted, as you get heavier in weight, you can't move as much, and that's where the coach needs to make adjustments. So between 70 and 80%, the coach might tell them to walk forwards, backwards, stop. But when they get to like 80 to 90%, maybe 95%, the coach might only tell them to walk forwards a couple of steps, backwards a couple of steps, and then stop. So as a coach, you need to make the decision, what can your athlete handle safely and what's actually producing good results. But from these positions, the athlete's holding the weight overhead, building up isometric strength over time, and it builds great stability strength with those little muscles in the shoulder, so that when a heavy weight is overhead on a jerk, those stability muscles are there to make up for any little imperfections you might have had, either leaving it out front a little bit or leaving it behind. Your body knows where that slot needs to be and will pull it back into that slot from doing these exercises.